Welcome everybody today for the program Shruti and Laya, celebration of Carnatic music. Carnatic music, and now I request, I am calling from Pune, Gyaan Adab Center for Literature, Art and Culture. Today we have our guest from Portland, Sandhiprakash Bhide, and his full team of Carnatic music singers, Shruti, Smita and Lavanya. So over to you, Sandhi. Please take over.
Thank you, Farooq. Thank you very much. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Hello and welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining the program, Shruti and Laya, the heart and soul of Carnatic music. We are so glad you are here joining the program. My name is Sandhiprakash Bhide, and I'll be your host for today's program. In the spirit of open disclosure, I want to let you know that Farooq and I have been friends for over 45 years, since our college days. But let me remind you one thing. We are as young as ever and will remain so for a long time to come. I want to thank Farooq for giving me this opportunity to be your host. Today's program is being broadcast from Portland, Oregon and aired globally. You know, music is the universal language of emotions through which we can communicate love, devotion, tenderness, longing, sadness, patriotism, calmness, happiness, anger, anxiety, loneliness, pain, desire, unrest, and joy, and on. Indeed, emotional expression has been regarded as one of the most important criteria for aesthetic value of music. Music can help express emotion that are hard to verbalize. Indian music is as old as Vedic scriptures, and the raga system embodies and personifies these emotions in a very unique way, unlike any other music system in the world. Most of us in the Indian music system are familiar with Hindustani style music, but there is a very rich tradition of South India music called Carnatic music, deliciously intent in Shruti and Laya, strongly rooted in tradition, intrinsically connected with dance, glorified by the accompaniment of veena, violin, mridangam, and other instruments, and often expressing the devotional stories from the epic literature of Ramayana and Mahabharata. Carnatic music offers the unique expression and reflection of the deeply embedded soul, the force of life. Opening these intricate petals of flowers of this Carnatic music are two well-known colleagues, my singers, Madhursmitha Chakravarty and Lavanya Madhavan, who have reigned the Portland Carnatic music scene for a number of years. Also, today we have Iyer, who is a young aspiring mridanganist and a passionate musician. He's currently pursuing a degree in music and music technology at University of Oregon. They are simply the finest and the best of our musicians. Today, we will navigate the nuances of Indian classical music through a typical concert setup. In Hindustani concert, we usually have many pieces that cover various aspects of music. In Carnatic music, we always start with Varnam. Right, Smita? Please give us a jhalak.
Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you, Sandhi, for bringing us into this program. Farooq ji, thank you very much for actually giving us the opportunity here. I'm going to start by showing you a Varnam, which is typically a concert start. Today's Varnam is a Ghanaraga Panchaka Varnam, which means it's in 5 Ghanaragas. And Panchakam stands for the 5 ragas. It's a composition of my guru and grandfather, Dr. Vinjamuri Varadaraja Iyer. So Sandhi, that was a Varnam, and it was sung in 3 columns, which is 3 speeds that we typically usually start off with for a concert. It's not always, but it's a typical concert piece, starting piece.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful, an amazing start, Smita. Thank you very much. I wonder if you might add just 1 or 2 statements about comparing and contrasting Hindustani and Carnatic music concerts. You start talking about Varnam, but I think as we go forward, we are going to see something, as we progress, we are going to see other pieces that come and follow.
Right. So what we see today as a typical concert pattern actually became very popular around 1940s, 1950s. Until then, the concert pattern was, if you actually think of it, the concerts used to start around 7 or 8 in the evening, and they used to go on till 2 or 3 a.m., depending on the mood of the musician and the audience who would actually sit to enjoy the music. The goal of a concert, though, as we progress, this was set up, this particular framework was popularized by Shriman Arikudi Ramanjaingar. He actually realized that a particular flow of pieces, a certain set of melodies, a certain set of combinations of a concert typically can evoke the most impact, like rasa in the audience. So we say concert nalla rakti gatirku, like, you actually could see the josh in the concert because it actually had that puckad. The whole program had that puckad. And that piece, that energy comes from layering different emotions, tapping into different rhythms, different ragams, and also into different beats and layas and talams and everything like that. So what we sing today is a very more standardized concert pattern, I would say, which either starts with a varnam or an invocation song, typically to calibrate the accompaniments, the voice, the mics, everything like that, so that the concert actually can have a very good flow.
Wonderful. Thank you so very much for giving us that introduction. I wanted to shift focus to Lavanya. Lavanya, what typically follows a Varnam? I mean, how do you decide on it?
Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Thank you so much, Sandhiji and Farooqji, for this opportunity today, and we are feeling blessed to be a part of this today. Typically, after the Varnam, it is the invocation song. So, invocation is something that you pray. You pray or seek the blessings of the God for the entire concert to go well. And typically, the invocation song would be on Lord Ganesha or Saraswati, Goddess Saraswati. Or if you sing at a specific temple concert or the location, the place where whichever God is of importance in that place, we sing the invocation song based on that. So I'm going to be starting an invocation song today in the ragam Riti Gaulai. So Riti Gaulai is actually a Janya ragam. The parent ragam is the 22nd Melakarta ragam, which is Karahara Priya, and it belongs to the third chakra. So Melakartas are divided into 12 chakras, equal number of chakras, so I'm going to be singing from the third chakra, which is named as Agni.
Looking forward to.
Thank you, Sandhiji.
Even when he was hammering, he was doing that in a very good rhythm.
Yes, that is true. பகீரதனுக்குன்னது சத்வகுணமும் ஜீவ தயையும் ஞானமும் சற்றுமில்லாத வீரதனுக்குன்னது தத்துவமறிய தரமா மூலதார கணபதே சூரபதே உனது தத்துவமறிய தரமா மதுர பரிபூர்ண மோதக கரணே மதுர பரிபூர்ண மோதக கரணே மதுர பரிபூர்ண மோதக கரணே மகாவீணவன கூட்டரவதனே மதுர பரிபூர்ண மோதக கரணே மகாவீணவன கூட்டரவரனே நிதியுண்பதும் அன்பருள் பரனே நிதியுண்பதும் அன்பருள் பரனே நிதில சராச்சர பீஜாகுரனே நிதியுண்பதும் அன்பருள் பரனே நிதில சராச்சர பீஜாகுரனே மதிசேகரன் மகனே மதிசேகரன் மகனே சுமுகனே மதவாரண முகனே மதிசேகரன் மகனே சுமுகனே மதவாரண முகனே மதிசேகரன் மகனே சுமுகனே மதவாரண முகனே ஸ்ருதி முடி உணர்வரும் சீர்பரனே ஸ்ருதி முடி உணர்வரும் சீர்பரனே குஹ சோதரனே ராமதாசனு குன்னது தத்துவமறிய தரமா ஸ்ருதி முடி உணர்வரும் சீர்பரனே குஹ சோதரனே ராமதாசனு குன்னது தத்துவமறிய தரமா மூலதார கணபதே சூரபதே உனது தத்துவமறிய தரமா
Such a beautiful raga. I'm really enjoying this program, and I hope every one of you is enjoying this program. We are just getting warmed up, and we are going to go for quite a while listening to these beautiful Carnatic system of ragas. One thing before I move forward is in the chat box, Farooq is providing the link to Nityaasha Foundation. Please donate generously. The URL is there, and that tells you how to donate. Anyway, before moving ahead, I want to ask a question to Lavanya, or any one of you can answer. Does Carnatic music have something equivalent to thoughts? You know, we have some foundational thoughts, and then the entire system of ragas is built on that. Hindustani for music, for example, has 10 thoughts. So the question is, do you have similar thing in Carnatic music, and what are some of the differences observed between them? Is, for example, Mela Karta same as thought? Can you help us shed some more light on that?
Yeah, so the Carnatic equivalent is Melakarta ragas, like you rightly mentioned. So they are the parent ragas, the Janaka ragas, the Karta ragas. So there are again innumerable child ragas or the Janya ragas that originate from the parent raga. And that was one of the Janya raga or the child raga that I sang just now with the invocation song. So generally, Melakartas are 72 of them. Like in Hindustani music, there are 10 dats. The Carnatic music, Melakarta ragas are 72 ragas, and they are equally split into 36 and 36, which are Shuddha Madhyama ragas and Prati Madhyama ragas. So based on the variations of the swaras, the 16 notes, they have been classified as 72 Melakarta ragas.
You know, it only tells me that we, between the North Indian and South Indian music, we have such an amazing richness of music. The more I'm learning myself about Carnatic music, I'm awed and amazed by the depth, the fineness of our both traditions of music. Thank you very much, Lavanya. I have a question for Smita. Smita, do you make any decisions on the basis of order of ragas and talas? Extempore singing is a big portion of Hindustani music, right? With Chota Khayal and Bada Khayal. How do you navigate extempore singing in Carnatic music? Can you help us understand?
Yeah, definitely, Sandhi. Of course, we are still students of the art, so we're going to try and express it as much as we have learned. Like you have Chota Khayal and Bada Khayal, which are basically extempore, what we call Manodharma Sangeetam, right? You do what is justice to what your heart wants to sing. And Khayal comes from imagination, right? When you say Khayal, it's in imagination. This is basically imaginative singing that is extempore. We have very similar structures in our concert patterns too. Typically, when we choose ragams, we try to actually have contrast between the ragams or even the talams after each piece so that there is variation for the audience, right? So typically in a bhajan singing, when you do it a bhajan setup, you try to pick up the simplest talams and simplest ragams because it's a group setting. But whereas in a concert setting, it usually is very more nuanced, it's thought through, it's precise, and you actually pick the ragams for the mood, for the time, for the audience, what kind of audience are actually going to be there. We look at all of those things and decide the composition, as well as the duration. Like, for example, a typical concert runs for 3 hours, upwards of 3 hours, and today we're trying to squeeze it into an hour's worth of time. So depending on that also, what ragams we want to elaborate, they may differ, they may change. Regarding the Manodharma Sangeetam, we actually have different places during a song that we actually can do Manodharma Sangeetam. Like Chota Khayal and Bada Khayal, our concert patterns have something called sub-main and main, right? So we have a sub-main piece, which can be a song with, we do alapana, which is elaborating on the ragam. We do something called neraval, which is basically taking a few words of a particular song, one line or half a line, something like that, and trying to portray that line in very different formats of the same ragam. So that is neraval. And then we also do kalpana swarams, which is basically all of the swarams. Kalpana is like, again, khayal. It is what you imagine, and you put swarams in a particular place. We also have the main piece, which is usually, again, can be a song or could be a ragam tanam pallavi, which means that you would do ragam, you would do tanam, which is reminiscent of how you would play the ragam on a veena, and then you actually would be singing kalpana swarams and you would elaborate on the pallavi. So both styles are actually there even for us. So your Chota Khayal and Bada Khayal equivalents for us are sub-mains and main pieces in our programs as well. I hope
So,
that made sense.
yeah, yeah. I think you mentioned about taking a 4-hour piece and squeezing into a 15-minute piece. That very much sounds like, for Indian crowd, that sounds like taking a 4-day cricket match and turning into a one-day match. If that's any simple analogy for that. But I would really wonder. I was wondering if you could give us an illustration of what you just described.
Sure. So I'm going to start off with what we typically call a sub-main piece. It's going to be in Ragam Todi. This is Carnatic Ragam Todi, which is more equivalent to Bhairavi in Hindustani thought. This composition is one of the great Saint Tyagaraja. When he wrote on the Lord Narayana and his Utsavam, his procession, his grand procession that was actually happening in Sri Rangam. So this is the song called Rajvedale Jutamurare in Ragam Todi, set to Rupakatalam. Rupakatalam is a 6-beat cycle, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a very easy, relatable talam as well.
And that's similar to the Rupak Talam in Hindustani music?
I am not an expert, but I would think so. If it's a 6-beat cycle or a 3-beat cycle, yes.
We'll check it out.
Sure.
Juvenile, chuta amore. మూలుయిడి రంగరాజు వెడలే జూత మురారే కస్తూరి రంగరాజు వెడలే జూత శ్రీవల్లయు చిత్ర విధిలో వెట్టమీర కావేరి తీరమునను పావన మగురంగ శ్రీవల్లయు చిత్ర విధిలో వెట్టమీర
Gama pada ni da pa ma gama pada ni da ni da gama pada ni da ni da ni
Good job. So, Sandhi?
That was amazing, Smita. You know, no wonder music is a universal language of communication. And that music just took us to a different world. You know, it was a reflection of your body, heart, and soul. I was just thoroughly enjoying it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
We really enjoyed it. And before we proceed, we must take a commercial break. I know it's not a TV station, but we have commercial breaks here too, to bring a great announcement to you. Farooq, over to you. Thank you, Farooq. Thank you so much. Such a lovely video. I hope everyone will open their hearts and donate generously to this worthy cause. Let me share two notable quotes. One by John Bunyan, who is an English writer who wrote, "You have not lived today until you have done something for someone who can never repay you." Please remember this quote when you donate. We all want to make a difference, be of service to others, and make the world a better place. The second quote is by, of course, Ralph Waldo Emerson, who wrote, "To leave the world a bit better, whether by a healthy child, a garden patch, or a redeemed social condition, to know that even one life has breathed easier because you lived. That is to have succeeded." Nityaasha Foundation needs your help in making the world a bit better by making one child at a time with type 1 diabetes into a healthy child. Thank you for your kindness, generosity, and your spirit of giving and philanthropy. I know you have a heart of gold, and you will donate generously. Now, coming back to the program, Lavanya, continuing with deep dives, I was wondering if you can please let us know what your next raga you will be singing. I just want to make a side note. One of our common friends between Farooq and I, Vandana, wrote me back saying, both of these two are such divine singers. And I had to tell her, of course I know them for a long time. They're amazing singers. And I also told her the Mridangam is one of the finest. So thank you, all three of you again. Before Lavanya, let us know what your next raga you will be singing.
Sure. So, like Smita said, the Bada Kayal is the main piece. Again, given the time frame, I'm still trying to accommodate as much as possible, and I'm still a student. Please excuse me if I make any mistakes, but I'm just going to try and sing the ragam Shankarabharanam. In Hindustani, it's called as raga Bilawal.
That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Yeah. So Shankarabharanam is one of the finest and one of the major ragas in Carnatic music. And many people still take a lifetime to learn it, trying to at least come closer to an expertise. So I'm going to be trying and singing kriti called Etuta Nilachite. I'm going to try and squeeze a little bit of ragam, and if possible, a little bit of tanam in it, and then try and sing the main piece. So Etuta Nilachite is a Tyagaraja kriti. So Tyagaraja says he's asking Rama sarcastically if he would even lose the wealth if Rama appears in front of him. And he says Rama knows exactly what he wants, and everybody deserves it with the divine intervention. So that is the meaning of the song.
Wonderful.
ಎದುಟ ನೀಲ ಚೀತೆ ನೀದು ಸೊಮ್ಮು 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 ಎದುಟ ನೀಲ ಚೀತೆ ನೀದು మటు మీరను నోదోటి వ్రతగాని మటు మీరను నోదోటి వ్రతగాని మటు మీరను నోదోటి వ్రతగాని మటు మీరను నోదోటి వ్రతగాని మటు మీరను నాదరము తెలిసి మోస బోధునా నాదరము తెలిసి మోస బోధునా ఎదుట నీల చీతే కర్రన దొరకని పరాకున ఎడను రామ చేసితే సురులు 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 మిత్తుర ఇప్పుడు ఈ హరామి తనకేల భక్త త్యాగరాజను తన మిత్తుర ఇప్పుడు ఈ హరామి తనకేల భక్త త్యాగరాజను తన ఎదుట నీల చీతే నీదు సొమ్ములేమి బోధురా నీ సొమ్ము ఎదుట నీల చీతే మాగసరిగ ఎదుట నీల గమ పప మగరి గమ మగరి సరి గరి సని సరి గ ఎదుట నీల మబదని సబ రి గమ బదని సబ ఎదుట నీల గమ మగరి గమ గరి గరి సని సరి గమ ప గమ గమ గరి గమ ప మగ రి గమ మగరి సరి గ గరి సరి ఎదుట నీల గమ దప మగరి గమ గరి గమ గరి సని సరి గమ గరి సని సరి గమ గయదుట నీల మబరని సరి సరి దని సరి సరి ద పరి సని ద పసని ద పమని ద పమగ ద పమగరి పమగరి యదుట నీల గమ గగ గరి గమ గరి సని సరి గమ గరి సని సరి గమ పమ గరి సని సరి గమ పదని సని దని సని సని ద పమ పదని సని ద పమ గరి గమ గరి సని గమ ప గమ రి గమ ప గమ ప గమ రి గమ ప ప బ pada pa ma pada pa ma da pada pa ma ga ri ga ma da pa ma ga ri sa ni sa ri ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ri ga ma pa 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 ma pada pa 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 ma pada ni sa pa ma pada ni sa ri sa 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 ni sa ri sa ni sa ri sa ni ri sa ni da ni sa ri sa ni da ni sa ni da sa ni da pa ni da pa ma ga ri sa 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 ni sa ri sa ni sa ri ga ma ga ri sa sa ni sa ri ga ma ga 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 ri ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ri ga ma ga ri sa ni sa ri ga ma ga ri sa ni ga ri sa ni ga ri sa ni ri sa ni ri sa ni sa ni da ni da pa ma ga ma pa da ni sa ri ga ni sa ri ga da ni sa ri ga ga ri sa ni sa ga ri sa ni sa ga ri sa ni sa ri sa ni da pa ma ga ma pa ri ga ma pa sa ri ga ma pa ga ma pa da pa ga ma pa da pa ga ma pa da pa ma pa da ni sa ri ga ni sa ri ga da ni sa ri ga ga ri sa ni sa ga ri sa ni sa ri sa ni da pa ma ga sa ri ga eduta ನೀಲ ಗೀತೆ ಇದು ಸೊಂಪಾದ
Oh my goodness. You have made my day. You have taken me on cloud 9. I know how my rest of the day is going to go. But as good as this program is, good things must also end. Thank you, first of all, so very much for this beautiful rendition. As we come towards the end of the program, we want to present 2 items, and may I request both of you to present some concluding pieces. I'm assuming it's a typical concert ending. Do you guys sing something like a tarana? You sing like, tadarina? I'm looking forward to these concluding pieces.
Sure, Sandhi. A tarana equivalent, we have something called a tillana. Usually has takadimi, the jatis in it, interspersed with music. Today we are going to be singing a Purvi Tillana, and we'll conclude it following with an Abhang. Hopefully the audience will enjoy it. The Abhang is in Vrindavana Saranga. Spaced out for a second.
I'm excited for both of these, especially Abhang.
Niri niri gama gari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama gari magari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama gari magari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama dani ni madada gama dama gari magari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama dani ni madada gama dama gari magari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama dada sa madasa niri ni dama dasa ni gari niri ni dani dama dada ri 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 ni dama dama gari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri gama dama dada sa madasa niri ni dama dasa ni gari niri ni dani dama dada ri 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 ni dama dama gari sa, niri niri gama gari sa, niri niri gama gari sa. Ni dama dasa ni dama dari ni dama daga ni dama dasa ni gari ni dama dari ri 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 ga 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 ma 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 da 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 sa sa ni dama dasa ni gari ni dama dari ri 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 ga 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 ma 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 da 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 sa nadrtani tom drtani tom udara nadara dani dani udara nadana tom nadrtani tom drtani tom udara nadara dani dani udara nadana tom nadrtani tom drtani tom udara nadara dani dani udara nadana tom ditlam kirdagatom 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 niri niri gama gari sa niri gama dama dada sa madasa niri ni dama dasa ni gari niri ni dani dama dada ri 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 ni dama dama gari sa niri niri gama gari sa nishara rishabha gandhara madhyama dhaivata shadja nishada rishabha gandhara madhyama dhaivata shadja panchamo dadanudada swarita prajaya pranavagada nishada rishabha gandhara madhyama dhaivata shadja panchamo dadanudada swarita prajaya pranavagada nitya niramaya nirmala nigamata pratibhaya nirupama niravati sugada nirisha nirada niranjana nirguna brahmasmi nitya niramaya nirmala nigamata pratibhaya nirupama niravati sugada
ಗಿರೀಶ ನಿರಾದ ನಿರಂಜನ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ನಿರ್ಗುಣ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮಾಸ್ಮಿ ಮದರದಾನಿ ತೋಂ ತೋಂ ತ್ರದಾನಿ ತೋಂ ಉದರ ದದರ ದಾನಿ ದಾನಿ ಉದನ ತದನ ತೋಂ
Amritani to.
ತೋಂ ತ್ರದಾನಿ ತೋಂ ಉದರ ದದರ ದಾನಿ ದಾನಿ ಉದನ ತದನ ತೋಂ ದಿತ್ಲಾಂ ಕಿಡಗತೋಂ
Ditlam kirdagatom, ditlam kirdagatom, ditlam kirdagatom, ditlam kirdagatom, ditlam kirdagatom,
ದಿಕ್ಲಾಂ ಕಿಡಗತೋಂ
ditlam kirdagatom, ditlam kirdagatom, niri niri gama gadisa,
ನಿರಿ ಗ ಮದ ಮದ ದಸ ಮದಸ ನಿರಿ ನಿದ ಮದಸ ನಿಗರಿ ನಿರಿ ನಿದ ನಿದ ಮದ ರಿ 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 ನಿದ ಮದ ಮಗರಿಸ ನಿರಿ ನಿರಿ ಗ ಮಗರಿಸ
niti niti gama gadisa, niri niti gama gadisa.
ಹರಿ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಹರಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ ಹರಿ ರಾಮಮಣ ರಜ ರಾಮಮಣ ಸೀತಾ ರಾಮಮಣ ಆತ್ಮ ರಾಮಮಣ 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 ರಾಮಮಣ ರಜ ರಾಮಮಣ ಸೀತಾ ರಾಮಮಣ ರಜ ರಾಮಮಣ ಹರೇ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋವಿಂದ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ಗೋಪಾಲ ಮಣ ತುಮಿ ನಾರಾಯಣ
ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಗನ
ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಮೇಘ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ರಾಧೆ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಗನ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಮೇಘ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ರಾಧೆ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಗನ ಶ್ಯಾಮಮಣ ಮೇಘ
Kuni Gopalamana. What a phenomenal ending. I want to thank specifically, I want to thank Hari. He is such an outstanding Mridanganist. I'm really amazed how well he has played, and I want to thank him for an amazing performance. Again, it takes a village to create a program like this. I want to thank my dear friends Smita Chakravarty and Lavanya Madhavan for the wonderful, high-powered ending of the Abhang, for their participation. I want to thank Hari for an excellent Mridangam accompaniment. Amazing. You're an amazing Mridanganist. You're so mature in your adakari, yet being so young. I want to thank Gyaan Adab and Farooq Merchant for giving us the opportunity to present this program in front of you in support of Nityaasha Foundation. I want to thank Priya Philip for creatives and promos, and Tushar Shringare, who helped to coordinate, and Alaknanda Chatterjee, who is the backbone of Gyaan Adab and provides all the back-end stuff to market and promote the program. I also want to thank Muhammad Ifran of Interrex Design for creating excellent promotional material. And I want to thank Anand Rangarajan you can see this wonderful set behind the ladies. He is the mastermind, making sure all the audio work was done. And of course, being a selfish person I have to also thank my wife for creating this beautiful decoration of flowers on this stage. I'm personally humbled by this exquisite, really exquisite, delicious experience, and I hope you all did as well. Have a wonderful evening, and I hope every day of your life is as musical as it has been for us today. Let me hand over to Farooq for closing comments.
Sandhi, I would like to thank both Lavanya and Smita and Hari, but I would like to ask Anand to come behind and sit where the ladies are, because he is the person who has worked so hard in the last 8 days to make this wonderful program. Anand, can you come forward and take a bow?
He doesn't want to come, Farooq-ji.
Anyway, chalo, doesn't matter. Give him a hug from me. Okay. Sure. And thank you very much. And when we end this program, I will be putting on the video. So those who want to watch the Nityaasha video can continue to watch. But I thank you with the bottom of my heart on behalf of Nityaasha Foundation and Gyaan Adab that it has indeed been a great pleasure for us to host you, to see that you are performing, and I'm telling you the type of comments we have got on the chat are so wonderful. I'll be sending you the list of all the chats that have come. I also want to tell you that the whole program has been recorded on Facebook, and immediately after this program, if any of your friends who have not caught up with the program can watch it on Facebook. In 2 days' time, we'll be editing the program, and then we'll be putting back on the YouTube channel, and those links we'll be sending it to you. It was great having you here, all the way from Portland, with your morning voices, which matured as you started singing, and we could see the darkness going and light coming out behind Sandhi. And Sandhi, I thank you very much for the wonderful coordination that you've done. Very professional, intel efficiency I could see behind the work you did. Thank you very much. And with this, I will end the program, and I will share the screen and put on the video. So, Shubh Ratri and Shabba Khair to all of you.